So
they keep telling me I'm borderline, and I was like Brooks and Dunn, but they didn't think that was funny.
No, it's
kind of like you guys.
It's just annoying, because
Hello and welcome to the Games That Made Us podcast. My name is Brent, and I'm joined as always by my good friend Kirk. Say hi, Kirk.
Say hi, Kirk.
And we're joined as always by our good friend Benny. Say hi, Benny.
Strong start, bro.
Fucking out of the gate.
Wow. So I don't understand Clone High 2. Why is Krista Miller not voicing Cleopatra?
It bothers me too. Honestly.
She's in the show, but why?
That came out like 2 years ago. Where the fuck have you been?
No, also Gandhi not being there bothers me.
That kind of makes sense though.
I mean, I understand it, but it doesn't make me happy.
I'm confused.
Yeah. Way back in the 1980s, secret government employees dug up famous guys and ladies and made them using genetic copies. Now the clones are sexy teens now.
Although the new version's different.
If they try, loving, learning, sharing, judging, time to laugh, to shiver and cry.
Clone High.
Clone High.
Dude, I was watching Clone High literally yesterday. That is amazing. That's so good.
I need to listen to the Abandoned Pools again. They were awesome.
I'm starting to watch season 2 finally. And
yeah.
I like how they changed the intro around a little bit.
Yeah.
So far, the first 2 episodes, I've just been watching them at work and during my lunch hour, and it's been.
Sure,
I think it holds up.
Do. Absolutely.
As opposed to what?
I was making a joke about you watching TV while you're supposed to be working.
Oh.
Fuck you. You play Balatro like all day while you're at work.
I really, my Steam notifications are like, Brent is playing Balatro. Brent is playing Baseball Manager.
Yeah. Football Manager.
Football Manager, that's
right. I love when your son was like, is his football, is the time played accurate?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But I mean, you don't do anything. You just let it run. Really, you only have to do stuff at the beginning and end of every season. Mm-hmm. And then you just kind of watch it. So it's a great second monitor game.
Yeah.
Which is what it is.
I mean, there's other games that are like that. Like The Farmer Was Replaced, if you guys picked that up.
I did.
Part of that is after you get a farm a certain size, and you just kind of click it and walk away for a while, go make a sandwich. And
that
I have
is
not yet.
One of 2 2025 games I played.
Yeah.
I put some hours into Farmer Was Replaced and also Ball X Pit.
Brent's learning Python.
Not well.
Hey, gotta start somewhere.
That's true.
So what are we going to do? What are we drinking or what are we playing?
Yeah,
because we're kind of going two directions there.
Let's talk about fuck it. Let's do what we're drinking. So Kirk.
I am drinking my favorite beer of all beers. Unfortunately, it's seasonal, so every time it comes out this time of year, usually
my favorite beer's gone. They don't make it anymore.
Oh no, sorry, bro. Usually comes out sometime in January and goes all the way to March. But it's Boulevard's Irish Ale.
Nice.
Brewed in beautiful Kansas City.
It is really good.
It is
so fucking good.
Super solid.
There's not much that Boulevard makes that doesn't just work pretty damn well, but that one's particularly good. Some of their seasonals. We talked about
massively well balanced.
We talked about like the Nutcracker in the Christmas season, and that one's just outrageously good. The Irish is outrageously good.
Well, I've said multiple times on the podcast, my favorite beers are, Irish Reds and then Oktoberfest, which are both seasonals, but this one in particular, it just blows my fucking mind.
So good.
You just like Irish Reds because you married one.
That's true.
Yeah. But I wish they made, they came in bigger packs. They only come in 6-packs, and I've only ever seen them sold in 6-packs.
And they don't can it at all, do they?
No.
No.
Give me 20-pack bottle. But they probably do that just to curb my alcoholism, but I don't know.
But I'm kind of surprised with like St. Pat's, being kind of like the reason for the season of the beer is in. That they don't can it because there's just a lot of like I have to assume that all the broken glass that gets swept up after Snake Saturday down here has got to be copious.
Well, Boulevard and how they do like glass and everything, and
right?
They're big about glass recycling, so it's probably more beneficial for them to just put it in glass.
I remember
it's probably their glass already.
I remember when their website had the "We will never can our beer," and then they got bought by whatever company from Belgium bought them, and it was like the very first thing they did was start putting wheat and pale ale in cans. I was like,
I'm long past that old thinking of like, oh, all the beer tastes like metal. The only beer that tastes like metal out of a can is Bud Light.
Beer is better from a can.
It is. It's a better oxygen and light barrier.
I would argue it depends on the type of beer.
I
don't like if you drink a Dunkel out of a can, it is not the fucking same as it is out of a bottle.
Well, some of them are meant to be poured, but like I think if you pour out of a can or out of a bottle the same beer, they should taste approximately the same, or the can might be slightly better once poured.
The only beer that I would be
pour my dick in your mouth.
The only beer that I'm like, okay.
I don't want to do a shot right now, Kirk. Thanks.
Fuck. Who's better? Who's better, man? Damn, got me there. Shit.
But the only one that I would argue is better in a bottle is like kind of to Benny's point, if light or oxygen penetration is the point, right? Like if you're getting like a barley wine or like a Mexican lager,
or even some of the skunkier, like even some of the like a green bottle European lager, Heineken. And
I would argue even like a simple like Mexican lager Stella. Like Corona tastes different from can to bottle.
Yeah, well, that was one of the styles that I mentioned. Yeah,
that is fair. I guess I can concede that point because that oxidation and that kind of funk that comes from that light breakdown is part of the point.
Yeah,
that and who wants to shove a wedge of lime into a fucking can? You look like a psychopath. Blue Moon in a can. Someone's trying to shove half an orange.
Benny, why are your fingers all cut to shit? I don't want to talk about it.
Oh my god. Hey, so we were talking about what we were drinking. Benny, you haven't gotten to go yet. This episode 17 hours long.
Yeah.
I actually don't know the brand on this because it's State of Brewing, but this is a chocolate lava cake stout that I got at Aldi, and it is outstanding.
You got this at Aldi? It's really good.
I did. Some of their specialty stuff is good. Some of their clones are mediocre at best.
Yeah, but I stopped buying the beer at Aldi because the price difference wasn't enough for me.
And this wasn't that much cheaper, but then again, it's 8% alcohol, and I think it was like $8.
Oh god, it smells so fucking good. Please put that in a candle. It just smells like a fudge brownie. And it tastes like just like dark chocolate cake to me. It's so good.
Have you said what it is?
It's a chocolate lava cake stout from looks like State of Brewing, which is out of Wisconsin. It is, like I said, outstanding. It is. It honestly tastes like a chocolate lava cake on the back end. Especially with that 8% kick. That is shockingly
dangerous. Yeah. Every time somebody says chocolate lava cake, I think about that movie Chef with Jon Favreau, where he's just like, he's screaming, it's like, my shit is molten.
I think I've seen that.
Such a good movie. But I'm about to have a Blake's American Apple Imperial Hard Cider. Yeah, because I'm sticking with all 8% beers for some reason.
So this is kind of weird. Like this is like some Twilight Zone shit because it's usually me that brings in like the cider or a seltzer or something like that. And then Benny always has like a really tall beer. That didn't happen today. What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
And then Brent, you always have like the weird Venusian space poison.
That's true. Or I have my Boulevard Quirk tea.
Yeah.
That's true. We are kind of.
This is weird.
It's a little Twilight Zone-y.
Do we need to change seats? Like,
yeah. So for today, I'm Benny.
Quick, where are my pants?
Quick, wear my pants. That's amazing. Okay.
Sorry, but talk about your thing.
Yeah, please. Because I want you to talk about it because I want to try it too.
It's really good. Here, try it. Try this.
Oh, God.
Put it in your face. Jesus.
It's all over my arm. Oh, fucking dad sneezes, man.
The front of Kirk's face left his face.
It did. Oh, God, it's in my beard.
It was like the wolf in those old like Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Like,
Wait, stop. Are you going directly from the chocolate lava cake stout?
yes.
Take a drink of water first. Because it's very tannic.
Okay.
And it will not taste good going directly from one to the other.
Oh, God. I feel
I'm
gross.
drinking Brent's tantric drinks.
Tantric. Yes.
Yeah, yep.
It fucks you long and slow.
Very athletically, acrobatically even. That is good. That is delicious. And the cider's not bad either.
It's the sting of ciders.
Who the fuck was I listening to? Or they were.
I was expecting more tang or bitterness from that. That's really pleasantly sweet. That's delicious.
Yeah.
I was watching or listening to somebody, and they were talking about how like edging is dangerous and whatever. And then
What?
the older person was just like, "Oh, is that like the same thing as like as tangent or tantric? Sorry, is that the same thing as tantric? Is that just what the new kids call it? Like what the fuck?"
I mean, sort of.
What's the fucking premise? Is there an assertion that edging is dangerous?
I was going to say, thank you, Benny.
Is your dick gonna fly off or something? Like, what's...
I have to go through my YouTube history.
Comes out your head or something.
But really, why is Krista Miller not voicing Cleopatra?
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
The world demands to know.
Fucking guys. Best start ever.
I missed you, buddy.
I missed you guys too. Okay, we have to talk about a video game. And it's Benny's video game.
It's like the only thing we're supposed to be here to do.
We have one job.
Oh, God.
So I have to warn you guys, I drank a pot of coffee with peppermint schnapps and heavy cream in it before you guys got here. So I am
a
both
whole pot of all of that?
Yes. So I am both slightly drunk and very excited.
It's 9 a.m.
That's outstanding.
So it's going to be a day.
First episode's going to be incredible, and the second episode's going to be...
We have to wake Brent up. He's in the corner. Okay. No, I'll just make another pot of coffee. That'll be fine. Benny, you brought us a video game.
I did indeed.
Would you like to tell us about said video game?
I can do that. So we are going to be talking about Valkyria Chronicles today. Tactical role-playing shooter
thing.
It's all anime fever dream. It's
Yes.
all over the map. Came out in 2008.
Mm-hmm.
The franchise actually spans 10 years.
Yeah,
but the original one came out in 2008. I actually encountered this is I mentioned it by reference, I think in the last episode, or honestly, it could even be our last episode.
No. It was during the Fable episode. But tell everyone again, because 6 people have listened to that one. So
I think I'm 3 of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say
holiday season, man.
Yeah, people.
Everything dropped.
Yeah.
Because I noticed that. I went back and looked at our previous videos from right before the holidays, and we're getting close to 100 on some of those other episodes from more recently.
Between all platforms, we usually average around between 100 and 150 for our more recent episodes. But Fable was 10.
Yeah. Yeah, but
if
you see the overall viewer count, for
the
the entire channel for the past since well, December, because I just chalk it up to the holiday season.
Yeah, I think
everything had us just. No,
that was a good episode, by the way.
Yeah.
Watch it or die.
but anyway, I mentioned this game by reference.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about like ridiculous anime stuff. What I was going to mention was like how I kind of came across this, because we talked about at a couple times like random buys, like the games that you just didn't know anything about, and this was one of them. I saw it in the aisle, I think at a Walmart in the town where we all went to college, and I think this one is interesting because I think it was the first time I stood in the aisle and realized, oh, the browser on my phone is primitive but just effective enough that I think I might be able to browse out and look at a review for this game before I buy it.
Yeah,
so I think this is the first game that I ever, on the spot, did a review lookup from my phone.
Nice.
And saw that it was well rated and that, and it sounded like something that I'd be interested in. So I went ahead and picked it up. And I really like this game. It's got its complications and it's got some imperfections, but I love this game.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, it's a tactical, turn-based, strategy shooter. It is really kind of all over the map.
It's really interesting because there's a game that we might at some point talk about called Combat Mission Overlord. Okay. That is one of my favorite games. That has almost these exact same beats where it is turn-based, but during the turns, the people on the map are doing things in real time, without your control, and it's also a tactical like strategy combat game, and it's also set in World War II. And so and it's like 4 years older and PC only and really obscure. And so when I played Valkyria Chronicles for the first time, I was like, did Sega just rip off Combat Mission? Because it really feels like Sega just ripped off Combat Mission. And then added an anime story to it. So
we'll have to, I mean, if we get onto that'll be interesting, especially, in retrospect with this episode. I'm sure we could talk about it, but I thought it was interesting that the reason this has come up now is because a little while back Brent came to me and said, "Hey, have you ever played Valkyria Chronicles?" And I said, "Actually, I love Valkyria Chronicles. I can't believe I haven't brought it up sooner."
Has a body pillow of Elisa at home.
Well, that would have been revolutionary at the time.
You hit the pillow against the wall and it shatters.
Yes.
No, mine's of Zaka.
So I had. Do either of you guys watch K-Bash?
No.
Oh my
god! Should I know what it is?
Sounds like a racial slur.
It sounds like a hate crime.
Yeah. I mean, he's Canadian, so I wouldn't be shocked. No. I'm officially starting the Canadians are all racist stereotype. So they used it on us, so I'm just
Brent
boing flip.
Before we even recorded, Brent made a comment like, "Oh, if I wanted to laugh, I'd just listen to a bunch of Quebecers talk about independence."
That's true. But Jesus.
If you cut that out, I'm going to cut you.
It's staying in now. I can make fun of those people. They're my people. Not that I'm Quebecois. I just own them. They're mine.
Jesus. Good God, Brent.
Okay, anyway, sorry.
We're actually really funny today. I don't think this is good.
Where the fuck was I going with this? Oh, K-Bash. So there's this guy, he does these like long-form video game retrospectives where he'll play every game in a franchise. And then he'll be like, okay, this is what I think about Xenogears. Here's what I think about Persona, right? And they're really good. They're both funny and actually like really well done. And so I guess this is my plug for K-Bash. Go watch K-Bash. He's on YouTube. He's great. But he did a retrospective on the Valkyria Chronicles series. And I was like, okay, like I'll just watch anything that he does. And I watched the video and I was like, that looks really good. That also looks like something Benny would know about. And so, God damn it.
Okay, fair enough.
And so I texted you. I was like, is this good? And you're like, yeah, absolutely. And picked it up on Steam and played through it. So my total history with the franchise is about a year old. Kirk, had you ever played this one before?
No, and I'm surprised Benny hasn't recommended it to me before, because when it comes to any of the kind of like...
I am surprised I didn't as well.
Anything Japanime or anything like that, Benny's always really good about. Like awesome shows like Trigun and Fooly Cooly, I wouldn't know shit about unless it was for Benny. So I'm really surprised that he didn't ever bring this game to my attention.
Well, and this is like a perfect... this is a perfect Brent game, too, because it's like both activating my weeb and my strategy game.
Yes.
So I think the way I mentioned it was like, I saw the game with the cute anime girl on the cover, and I was like, I wonder what that's all about. But I mean, in my defense, it's like a pretty captivating cover. I still have my old PS3.
Yeah, it is pretty dope with like the tank and all of that. Yeah,
the aesthetic of the game is really nice.
It's a beautiful game.
It's really nice, and not just like in the but like
it's really not fan servicey. It's
not. In fact,
unlike the sequels.
Yeah,
it's very Borderlands kind of visual style, like Borderlands Light, if that makes sense.
It's got some cell shading going on from that was kind of popular in that time period.
I was going to say it's got like Wind Wakery kind of.
Yeah, and it works especially because they lean into like the film grain thing, because the whole game is told through the lens of like almost like a documentarian look back on this war. So like Brent mentioned, it's kind of like a World War II era story.
We'll talk about the plot. So
yeah. So I was kind of leading that direction there.
I was going to if you'd let me.
God damn! Shut up,
motherfucker!
You're always on my case. So this takes place in a fictional version of Europe, which is effectively just Europe during World War II.
It's Europa.
Yes, it's Europa, and we have...
They did the minimal amount of, like, let's change this just enough. It is World War II with the serial numbers filed off.
It absolutely is. I've just blanked on the name of the nation that your characters are members of.
Gallia.
The Gallian forces. So Gallia is a small nation state in the overall European like subcontinent.
The Second European War.
Yeah. How clever of them. We're kind of joking about it, but I will say that like tonally, I think they strike a balance pretty well with this. Like especially for it being like anime, and like sometimes it almost feels like it almost touches, like scratches the fur of like dating sim-esque like vibes, but then it immediately backs away from that and gets more back to its core, which like I said is essentially a documentarian view of this small squad of Gallian soldiers who are I almost said conscripts, but they're not. They're recruits and
militia.
They are volunteer militia from this nation state as you fight the big evil empire. And I mean, it's very much that. The one thing that I love about this game, in terms of like the story itself and the plot, is the surprisingly tasteful dip into the supernatural that they deal with. Did you got that far, right? Kirk? Okay. 'Cause the Valkyries, or like the Valkyria part of this, is a very specific part that at the beginning of the game is mostly referenced by, or as a myth or a legend, or kind of just like a commonplace thing that people talk about, but like it's not necessarily like real, it's like more like a fable or myth, like I said, and then things start slowly becoming evident that it's not so much that. And so the blending of like tank combat with like supernatural anime warrior girl with like a cannon lance is surprisingly well balanced. It shouldn't work, but it does. And I kind of love that. I don't know. Did you guys? What about the aesthetic and like the plot? What did you guys think of it? It's a little. There's some hackneyed parts of it, but also I think it's fun.
I was gonna say I really, and I mean I've already said this, but I really enjoy it, and I think So there's this is not unique in terms of being like, hey, here's an anime version of a real world historical event. Like,
very much.
Yeah, that happens all the time. With the serial numbers filed off. And this one was, I thought, like you say, I thought it was pretty tasteful. I thought they did a pretty good job of like, especially given some of the so I won't dance around it. So they have a stand-in for the Jewish population in this game.
That is done
dark
sense.
Yeah.
It's done a little clunkily.
But honestly, like if you were to take that story and pull them out of it, then it's like, well, it's just two sides fighting each other, and there's no like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But the Darksons, though, like they really do set up that plot of, or the closest, they're the closest connection to the mythical ethos thing that Benny was talking about. They're like the only connection to that more mythical shenanigan.
The Darkson calamity.
Yes, yes,
as they call it.
Having that in there, I think, is so important for the plot working, because otherwise it would, especially being a Japanese game, I think it would soften the conflict and some of the moral and ethical stuff behind it too much. And yeah, it's the clunkiest part of the plot, but I'm glad it's there, because otherwise it would be a little like, God damn it, Japan, why is there another game where you're talking about how great Germany is?
Fair. The one thing I will say about it is that if you have to put if you're going to choose to put like a cultural or a racial or like some sort of an identifying stereotype into your game and have it not call out an existing one, using hair color exclusively is actually pretty utilitarian in that case, that it's like you're not going to piss too many people off, because like you've picked a thing that's arbitrary across pretty much all cultures and races across the planet already. I think it's a pretty good storytelling element. I don't expect either of you to have read the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson, but he uses a similar thing with eye color as a signifier. But that's what we're talking about. So like, Darksons are literally people with dark hair.
Yeah.
In this universe, and it has very little to do with like other existing racial morphological things, I guess I'd say. But it works well to advance the plot, like you said.
And the other thing is I really feel like they did a good job of striking that balance. It kind of reminded me of the first, like, Star Wars A New Hope, where they did a pretty good job of striking a balance of, the story is about these characters. The story is micro. Like, we're focused in on these people, but let's every once in a while kind of pull the curtain back and give you enough of the macro that you know what's going on and why. And that, again, is kind of a difficult balance to strike. I know a lot of, games and movies and books that fail at that. And I thought Valkyria Chronicles did a really good job of making you like, these are the people you care about. Like, this is the thing that's going on, and the broader context is happening to them more than it's the thing that the story's about.
And the vehicle for the plot, like the visual representation outside of the active gameplay. And, like you do play into the plot actively during missions, because things change. It's not just a complete a thing and then we'll advance the plot outside of the mission. The conditions shift during your battles as you fight. So it's a pretty dynamic game, but ultimately, like, the visual presentation of it is very nice, like we alluded to. It's pretty, something I mentioned, I think, in our other episode was that I really like, if they didn't use mocap for this game, then they just had some incredibly, they would have had it available, but they had some incredibly talented artists who animated these, for, I'm guessing, like, wireframes. Because they have very subtle movements and they seem very organic. It stuck out to me this last time that I went back and played it, how even like mouth movements, like it's not a very Pac-Man mouth-esque kind of the entire game is voice acted.
Yeah.
With if you watch anime, you'll recognize a lot of the actors.
Yeah. And the voice acting's pretty good, honestly.
I think that they must have chosen to, like, either they got lucky or they said, if we can't do this right, it's not worth doing. And so they got most of that, the presentation part right. And like I said, I think that like film grain overlay with it's not present for everything, but there's kind of like a film grain, old timey kind of representation to things. And it lends to the idea that it's like, a retrospective or a documentary.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And so it all comes together nicely.
Well, and so just to like kind of, I guess, put a little bow on the plot before we go on to graphics. So, what is our main character's name? I should know this, but I don't. Welkin. Welcome Gunther.
Yep.
Yeah.
The son of the late General Gunther.
So you're going through this sort of anime World War II conflict as Welkin, who is assembling a squad of guys that are going through this, and you pick up people along the way, and it's really cool. I really like that. I really like the dynamic of like Pokemon style collecting these characters.
It's a bit of a missed opportunity for like gathering your own, because they're kind of dropped into a pool that you can select from as the game progresses.
Right.
So bit of a missed opportunity, but they are fun because they all have their own
personalities
traits
and voice actors.
Yeah.
And I wanted to mention here before we moved on from sort of plot and character that Benny did a really clever thing here where he kind of stealth had us talk about Skies of Arcadia again. Because this is almost the whole same team that developed Skies of Arcadia, and they threw the three mains from Skies of Arcadia into this game. So you've got Vice and Ica are like selectable characters for your squad, and then oh my god, the third chick, the one with blonde hair.
Fina.
Yeah, she's the nerd, like the medic who comes in and grabs.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, she's got.
That's canon. That's
is it
her.
really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. That's great. Okay.
So the three mains from Skies of Arcadia are in this game.
Also, Vice and Ica are the two other best squad mates to have outside of the core party members.
I used them both constantly.
Kirk mentioned something just now that before we moved on to the Skies of Arcadia link that is really important, that the characters are so well done and distinct.
Yeah.
The ones that you can pick, and your squad members can die permanently, that you get attached to them.
Yes.
And so you will like fight harder to keep your squad all alive through missions so that you don't lose the ones that you like the best.
Yeah. Did John DiMaggio happen to voice act some of these characters? Because there's a couple of characters where I'm like, that sounds like John DiMaggio.
He could have. He was in everything for all. We'll have to look that up. But
I do think it's funny because I'm playing through, and I'll talk about it on the next episode, but I'm playing through Suikoden right now. And Suikoden has a very large cast of characters that have permadeath. And it affects the plot, but it also just the key characters that affects the plot. But the minor characters, it's just sad, and it makes you care about them a little bit more in the same way. And so, like, I
have and will continue to cancel out and load a save to keep a character from dying.
Yeah, absolutely. No, there's another scout. God, I'm blanking. So it's been a minute. It's been a couple months since I played this. And like there's another scout that I really really liked using.
Sorry, so I have to interrupt you.
No, go for it.
Like the first result besides Valkyria Wiki, the second one is a Reddit subreddit, the Valkyria subreddit. and the top thing is, why did no one tell me that Jan, the gay icon, is voiced by John DiMaggio?
Nice.
That's outstanding. I love
Check that
it.
out. That's
also,
great.
Jan is great.
Oh, cracks my shit up.
Jan.
Jan didn't age well. That was very of its time.
I'll just know that they're still kind of pulling characters like that now. So
I believe that.
The comment is, if I knew, I would have used him since the first chapters. Like, yeah.
I love. There's the
at
ones,
least there's some representation at all. Okay, let's take
that's true, and it's not negative representation. It's just
especially because like he's your guy. You can be like you, and I can't remember. He's got one of the traits that's like really good for anti-armor.
Yes,
so like or anti.
No, he's a badass.
He's either the one that's really great for anti-personnel or anti-armor, but
especially if you pair him with Lugo, because one of his like passive buffs, he's just like, I only have eyes for you, Lugo, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, dude, that's Bender. Come on, that's so good. That's so good.
I'm so happy to know that that was John DiMaggio.
That's awesome.
If there wasn't already a lot of things to like about this game, you can play it and you can hear John DiMaggio.
Yeah. And like you were saying, like I really like the voice acting in this game. It's
not rushed. It actually
surprisingly solid.
It feels you can tell they like, you know, when a good voice actor like feels it, or they have the time to get the take right. It feels like that. They feel genuine most of the time, and the characters quip at each other, or in general, like when you're in combat, you know, like you select your character to make a move, and they've got little quips and little comments, and even those. What's that?
Smooth.
They do smooth. They have their ass moves. I'm
sorry, Brent. I didn't mean to interrupt you before.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, you were in the middle of a thought. I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't remember what the thought was.
I know what that means.
No, that's gone. I'm 40. It'll never come back again. It's past. But that was good dialogue. I liked it. Do we want to talk a little bit about kind of the gameplay and how it actually plays out? Because I really like it. It's got it's an episodic.
Yeah. Honestly, this is kind of a nice transition from one game that's told from the standpoint of a book and chapters to another one.
Yeah.
You know, Fable is essentially book chapters, and this one is too. In fact, that's how you...
Welkin killed a bitch.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
It's a big tank.
Sorry. Real quick. I just want to say my favorite like moment in the plot is when they rescue the one, or not rescue, but like they try to help the one Nazi soldier, basically.
Oh yeah.
In the little it's like Welkin and Alicia, and they're like in the little like cabin, and I was like, oh, this is actually handled really well for like kind of a weird anime tropey game. Like they're not doing the thing where it's like everybody on the bad guy side is just uniformly evil. They're showing humanity to these like, and then the bad guy fucking captain comes along and is like, oh, well, I mean, you were good to my guy, and we'll probably have to kill each other later, but like, I'm just gonna walk away for now. It
very much had that the Christmas ceasefire vibe
yes,
to it.
Absolutely.
And they both take their time to pay respects to because the enemy soldier dies, and they bury him, and you know, kind of put the stereotypical helmet on his gun as a headstone.
Yeah.
And they all kind of stand around for a moment, and then, you know, say, like you said, like we can put this aside for the moment, and then we'll kill each other tomorrow.
Yeah.
But no, so to get back to what we were talking about, like the structure of the game, it's told as a series of, like you said, episodic. You basically navigate the entire game outside of combat through a storybook. I guess with the exception of like when you go to your base and like train and like make changes to everything. But individual scenes between missions are like little, like if you imagine like pictures in like I'm like an encyclopedia, and like you've got text around them. You select the picture, and then you watch the episode play out.
Yeah. So it doesn't run continuously. So you've got this, again, like it is very much like an encyclopedia in how it's laid out. It's a book that you open up, and then inside the book there are little subheadings that you click on one after the other, and it'll either be a combat mission, a tactical like mission that you have to complete, or it'll be a FMV, right? It'll be a cutscene. And
I really like the way that this game handles it. It's so easy to go back and rewatch little segments that you might have missed something on before. So many games either put them deeply nested in a side menu somewhere. They're not all even available, or they just don't have that ability at all. This makes it so easy to go back, and because sometimes if I don't have subtitles on, for example, sometimes it's hard for me to figure out what a character said.
Sure.
And so sometimes, you want to piece that back together. I really like that about this mechanic. Just as a side note, you were saying something else there.
Absolutely. No. That's great. And and then the primary gameplay loop will be in these like individual tactical missions.
Did you have any thoughts before we talk about the tactical component?
So maybe it was me, but I couldn't go back and replay missions if I wanted to. You can go back and replay a lot of the FMVs, and then the smaller kind of the non-FMV things where it's just dialogue boxes, which is fine. But the missions, that's pretty much the main reason I would save Scum all the time, is because, well, we all know I like to just play a game and absolutely just destroy it from the inside out. So when I found this out, I actually restarted the game just so I can attempt to get an A rating on every fucking mission.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it was really frustrating that I couldn't just go back and replay that mission. Instead, I had to save Scum to the point where I'd get an A, and then I'd progress the story. I couldn't just go back and replay it, which I think is silly because they kind of let you do that with the skirmishes.
Are you sure? I thought you could go back and play them.
I swear when I went back to the other chapter select, which
maybe there's some that you can't. I don't know. I guess I haven't.
So I find this interesting because it speaks to how different we are in our approach to video games. Because I'm like, I don't know. I never tried. I just got whatever rating I got, and then was mad about it for a second, and then moved on to the next thing.
Well, because I would go back and when I was trying, I would press A or whatever and try to replay the mission but it wouldn't give me the option to. But I could go to any of the other little things like the FMVs.
Yeah, no, you can absolutely. Go
and it
back
says,
and
"Would you like to
to
play this episode, or would you like to view this episode, or whatever the dialogue box is?" And it would let me do it, but it wouldn't let me replay missions. I'm like, well, this is fucking turbo stupid.
I thought you could do that.
Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know.
I'll have to try it on mine.
Yeah.
I always went back or I would always work until I got an S rank on all of the skirmishes, but I never worried too much about that on the main missions.
There's an S rank?
There is.
Fuck. God damn.
Oh God, what have I done to Kirk?
Now he has to replay the entire game.
Yeah. You basically... Good job. Some of them are almost impossible to do until later in the game, when you go back to play the skirmishes, because most of them you have to finish in 1 or 2 rounds. Some of them are 1 round finishes, or you can't get an S rank.
Well, is there a new game plus where you get to keep a lot of your stats and levels, and then it's easier to get an S rank? Kind of like how Resident Evil will let you do.
Shit, is there? I don't know if I ever...
Because I tried really fucking hard, and I would only get A ranks. With the exception of... Well, I'll bitch about it later, but that big tank battle, in Chapter 8, I could only get a B rank, and it's because it just consumed so much time. I'm like, fuck this mission. It takes so long.
Sounds like there... I just Googled it because I didn't remember. I think there is a New Game Plus. You think I'd know that? This is not the first, second, or third time I've played this game. This is the 4th or 5th time I've gone through it. But I think I've always just gone through, finished it, got the skirmishes, and then kind of moved on. I know I've gotten all of the medals before, which are basically what stand in as achievements in this game. Mm-hmm. So I know I've gotten all of the medals.
All right on. Well, I mean, and it's beneficial too. So it's not the rating or rank system, which you have in a lot of Japanese games. A lot of times it's just kind of an arbitrary, here's how you did. But in this game, it's to your benefit to get the highest ranking possible because you get more experience and more
money.
Whatever is it just money? Like DCT, I think is the abbreviation, but I don't know what it stands for.
Let's call them ducats.
Ducats. There we go. Yeah, and I figured that out too. It's like, the higher rank I get, the more experience points I get that I can spend on my team, and therefore more badass I am. So it really is to your benefit to, if you can save scum or just get an A ranking, you really want to do that.
And that's how to grind in this game. Is there's a couple of skirmishes that are not too kind of right in the middle, and as you get further on, you can play some of the more recent entries in the skirmish list as you get stronger, and you can play them more easily. And if you can S rank those, you can grind them pretty easily because if you have to grind, you want to spend the least amount of time doing it possible, right?
Yeah.
And so there's the desert at Barrios is one of the best ones because you can 2-round that. It seems difficult, but it's actually possible to 2-round with a couple of scouts, and you can crank in experience and money pretty quick and get a little bit of an advantage because there's a couple missions where if you can get past rank 11 for some of your classes, you can get that class rank up and get some of their additional abilities earlier in the game, and they're very helpful.
I hate the grinding in this game.
You guys had a grind?
It's so bad.
You don't have to grind it. Did you feel like you had to grind?
I had to grind.
Oh, okay. Were you getting A rank on a lot of the missions? Because we were just talking about how it's to your benefit to get that because you get more experience the higher the rank.
I know it's to my benefit to be good at video games. I'm familiar with this concept.
So there are a couple of... It is... Okay, fair enough. It is kind of a punishing grind.
Yeah.
There should be a better way, but there are a couple missions that make it easier.
The experience that you get from the skirmishes. So, okay, I don't know if we've said it fully, but so there's you have an opportunity between story missions to go back and fight the same battle again as what's called a skirmish, which is just like outside of story. Here's the same map with the same characters. Go do it again.
It's kind of a sanitized version of that mission.
Yeah. And it'll give you more experience and money and stuff. And there's fucking 6 of them. And so for the first...
I think there's more than that.
There's not many. It's a pretty... Especially the first half of the game. Did
you finish the game just...
Yes.
Okay.
I think there's 6.
Okay, maybe there is just 6.
Yeah, it's a small number compared to the number of... even battles in the game, which is not a huge number. It's a pretty small number, and so it's just I had to grind.
No, that's fine. Just so you know, it is possible, and not even you don't have to do a lot of setup to grind at about a rate of maybe 1 run every 5 minutes in the Barrios ruins.
Jesus,
and get. That's pretty, but for
I believe,
but you're getting, because it's so fast, you're also getting S rank on those, and you're raking in the money and the experience. It is a grind, but it's easier.
I would say to all of our fan, there's different types of grinding.
Right.
I didn't have to grind, but in a way I kind of did, because since I was so obsessed with getting the A rank, I would go back and save scum and go back and try to do it better.
Right.
But it's what these other guys are talking about it sounds like you are actively redoing skirmishes just to get better XP. So I think there's different types of grinding, because I felt like I didn't have to quote unquote grind at all.
Right.
I think
so it's really shocking when you guys are like, "Oh, I hate the grind." I'm like, "What grind?"
Yeah.
I understand both of your points.
Yeah.
But I just didn't want to scare anyone who's interested in playing the game.
And so I think
both of the criticisms you've both mentioned on the podcast and off are all invalid, and you're wrong, and I know how to get around all of them.
So here's what I'll say. I think it's very obvious that
unless you know how to game it, grind is a problem.
Yeah, well, and so I guess it's not even necessarily a problem. Here's the thing. Here's what you have to understand about the way I play games versus the way Kirk plays games versus the way Betty plays games. I just want to see the end of the story, right? So anything that's preventing me from doing that, anything that's like an obstacle in the way, will be something I bring up as a frustration point for me.
I specifically have to validate this for you because I have to mention this in our upcoming episode as the same issue that I struggled with. So
okay, yeah. But like, okay, so Skies of Arcadia, right? Like I soft locked myself, and I was like, motherfucker! Now I have to go back and play the thing again. I actually soft locked myself in Hollow Knight, which we'll talk about when we talk about Hollow Knight.
You can do that.
You can. Well,
damn.
let's rephrase. It's possible to make it damn near impossible to get out of a section of the game because you can get into, I forget the name of the section of the game where it's all dark and you have to have the light. It's possible to get in there without the light.
Use a dumb bitch, ain't you?
I didn't know. But so anyway, here's my point. I think the amount of grinding in Valkyria Chronicles is perfectly acceptable. It's pretty small. I think the way that you have to do it was extremely frustrating to me personally. And I will say, don't let that scare you from playing the game because we're going to go through the rest of the game. I think that's my only complaint.
And I think I can validate that because it is a bit onerous if you want to go back and grind. If you haven't figured out some of the little cheesy ways that I've figured out, like I'm not breaking the game, but like there's a couple ways that I grind because I've actually played this a lot.
Sure.
Obviously. And it's not even, but the way I do that is not fun. I just further my character's strength just for my own entertainment.
Sure.
To grind, to get to that level 11 class types to get the extra benefits so that I just wreck when I go through, main story missions. So I think that that's fair. Like there's two types of the grinding that Brent and I do, and then there's the type of grinding that Kirk did. So there's really, like you said, wildly different ways that we play these games.
Yeah.
Well, now that I hear you talking about how you were specifically getting certain classes to a level, it's like, man, I wish I kind of know. I guess it's apparent because even in my own notes on Discord, I mentioned that. I'm like, why would you use anything else other than Alicia? Is it Alicia or Alicia?
Yeah.
Why would you
Alicia.
why would you use anyone other than Alicia or Alicia? Whatever. I'm going to say Alicia because I think it's spelled that way. Why would you use anyone other than that or scouts in general? But how I'm playing, because the game doesn't really tell you the benefit, like what the
scouts can get super OP.
Yeah, but there's also like snipers and engineers and all these other classes, but they don't really give you an opportunity to fully utilize them. Like I think if they forced you to use at least one of them in a mission, and you get
I use a lot of snipers.
So that's interesting. I bring one sniper on every mission.
I don't. Except for the desert mission where you could put they deliberately tell you like you should use snipers.
One super emo sniper dude,
Cesare.
Yes,
Cesare Regard.
He's in my squad every time. And actually, the other sniper chick that you get super early, the one who's like
Selena, I think.
Yeah,
something like that.
I think it starts with an S.
And
does it start with an M?
It might be Marina.
It is. It's Marina. That's right.
Okay,
yes. Marina Wolf something or other.
Yes,
fucking cool as hell.
She's just a fucking badass, and like I would frequently take both of them, which taking two snipers is kind of a lot in this game.
I like it when she kills someone, she just like casually stretches her back.
Oh my god,
and there's like a flex.
No, that's great.
She's like easy, like, yeah.
They all have little emotes and little like when they take an enemy out. It's really. They're very unique characters.
But I leveled everything up equally. Just to harken back to, just wanting to get to the scout up to level 11, I'm doing it all evenly.
Right.
Across all of them because I don't really know the benefits of all of them. But as I played more, I'm like, well, should I just start piling all my experience into scouts because I use them all the time? And now I hear Benny talking about it, I'm like, maybe I should have done that. But I came into the game blind, obviously.
Sure.
And did you finish, or how far did you get, Kirk?
Chapter 13 as of last night.
Okay.
Which I hear is pretty damn close to the
Have
end.
you gotten more of the orders? Did you go visit the old man regularly and buy orders?
Yes, in the cemetery, yeah. I was kind of annoyed because the first one that he wants you to get is retreat, and I'm like, I'm never going to do that.
The early ones suck. The later game orders are fucking badass, man. Right. There are some orders later on that are like... There's two in particular. There's 2 or 3 that I use like religiously because they allow me to rush through without having to worry about my squad. There's the evacuate. So like I can rush a character in, basically sacrifice them, not have them die, because then I can use the order to evacuate, like take out a bunch of people and then they go down. And then so like one of the mechanics that we haven't talked about is like temporary, like character getting knocked out in combat versus like permadeath. Yeah. So like if your character gets reduced to 0 HP, you have until the next, like you have like a certain number of rounds or until an enemy touches them on their turn to evacuate them by touching them with your own, like one of your own characters.
And then Fina comes and gets them.
Yeah. Yeah. She comes out and rescues them. There's an order that will allow you to do that without having any character touch them. And that's super OP.
Nice. Yeah.
There's a couple other things that I do. Like I always use my main character, like the characters that have the badge, like the crest badge that marks them as like giving you more of the action
CP.
Points.
Yeah, CP.
They also have plot armor. And so they can die and they'll evacuate automatically and they'll come back later. So like you can freely use the story. Oh yeah. So like,
God damn it.
So like Rosie, Largo, Alicia, Welkin are, and then Zaka, the other tank guy, because so the second tank is not critical for completion of almost any missions.
Yeah.
These people are all freely usable to their deaths multiple times, even in one mission, because they'll just come back.
Motherfucker. So. Okay. So anytime anybody died, I was like, God damn it. And I did Kirk's thing. I fucking quit out and started again because I was like, well, I can't have anybody die. I love them. They're my little people.
I know, they're so charming.
They're my little. They're my. I'm doing.
When I was playing,
I'm doing my precious hand movements.
There is one annoying fuck I wish I would just let him die. When I was playing around with engineers, there's one engineer I can't remember his fucking name, but he's like, "Oh, where is everybody?
Yes!
I just shit all over myself." Like I fucking hate him. Like that's one. Like he was my first experience with engineers. I'm like, I don't want to use an engineer ever again. Fuck these guys.
He's got like hay fever too, which I love. So
yeah, those are great.
The characters have strengths and weaknesses. Like they each
unique
have
traits.
Yes, and like racism is one of them.
Yeah,
they can be racist.
Well, but like racism is part of the plot too, so it's kind of relevant.
Yeah, no, it's just
we even have like redemption arcs for some of them and everything. It's like, and it's actually done well. Like it's a whole thing.
And so this is kind of what I was getting at, where I think the anime-ness of this is actually to its benefit, because the natural inclination of the writers for this story is to pile on a lot of sort of tropey character traits. But in a game like this, normally the characters are... The soldiers in your squad are cardboard cutouts, personality-less vessels that you use to
expendable, like the little nothings in Mechanicus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't care when one of those dies. You're just like, yeah, okay, cool.
I never used them, so
yeah.
But like they're cannon fodder.
Yeah,
literally,
but I know
right?
what you mean.
But
I
in
have
this game,
transcended.
I assume you.
I'm sure the Omnisci will be very proud of you, Kirk.
Yes,
motherfucker, I am the Omnisci.
But yeah.
No, but in this game, you don't feel like any of them are expendable, except for maybe I forgot his name. He is kind of he is one of the better ones, because some of the other mechanics have, or engineers have worse penalties than he does, but.
Some of the characters, though, they're like the Pokemon. You can kind of collect them or whatever. And one of them was, I thought I was going to fucking hate her. And I ended up using her all the fucking time because she's so goddamn funny. And she's a scout. And that's Nancy.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I thought I was going to fucking hate her. I heard her the first couple times. I'm like, what is this bitch?
Yeah.
because she'll be like, target spotted. And I kind of got confused the first time I heard her talk. And then when, oh my God, it's when I zeroed in on a target and had her take him down. She was like she's firing her rifle and she's going, just go down, okay? And I'm like, oh my God, I fucking love this ditzy bitch. This is awesome. I'm using her all the time, and I do, and I did.
There's
just go down, okay?
All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and finish it here and come back in 2 weeks to wrap up our discussion of Valkyria Chronicles. If you like what you're hearing, as always, come check us out on Discord, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon. If you have questions for us, please shoot those over to us in the Discord or on Facebook or in our email, and we will get to them as soon as we can. We love those. That's been really, really fun. And as always, bye!